here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. We're actually live. So, hey everyone, got kind of a special thing we're doing here tonight. So, I'm going to be doing an audio course here here on the channel in a little bit. I've had a lot of people ask me about how to do proper audio for video, and I wanted to teach a proper course on how to do that. And part of being able to do that is having some material to work with. And I went through some of my old recordings that I've done, and I found a recording that we're going to be playing with here tonight. And it's going to be something that's going to fit really well with what we're trying to accomplish because it's fairly simple. It's only a handful of tracks. There's not a lot going on there. So it's something we can manage in short videos and also give me an opportunity to reconnect with an old friend of mine. And it's like this is something that I did with a couple of friends several years ago. We were just kind of goofing off one night and put together the song. And so this is a good opportunity to resurrect that, to fix some of the issues that had sort of bothered me over the years, but again, reconnect with an old friend. So without further ado, I'll actually bring in the vocalist who was part of the song. So this is Ariane, everyone.
Hey, everyone.
She's a little nervous to be here. She's not normal.
I'm not a video kind of person. I am tonight, though.
Yep, you're a good sport for doing this. But Ariane's one of my good friends, one of my favorite people I've ever known, and so it's exciting to be able to reconnect with her. And so anyway, she did all the vocals on this, and then our mutual friend, guy named Brad, who later became my roommate, did basically all the music on it. And so yeah. For those who are watching, you can certainly ask questions in the chat, and I will try and keep an eye on that and answer them as we go. Although I know I will get distracted part of this as well. So, yes. So anyway, got people watching from Puerto Rico, Australia. Yeah. So, oh yeah, people are freaking out that I'm not streaming from my trailer. I don't normally stream from my office. It's the first time I've ever done a video from my office, so this is a very new setting for anybody who's watching.
I haven't seen your trailer yet.
No, you haven't.
Pictures, but I haven't seen it.
Right.
You have to do it.
Yeah, you haven't been here in a while, so yeah. So Ariane lives in Arizona. She used to live here. Yeah, and
next time I'm there.
Yes, yeah, for sure. So yeah, the trailer has been kind of my lifelong goal to build something like that. I've wanted to do it ever since I was a little kid, and I finally had the opportunity a few years ago to make it happen. So pretty excited about that. So yeah. Anyway, so I thought it might be kind of nice to just go through and play the song. Let's actually do the original mix that I did. So kind of the kind of a starting point. So reminisce. When's the last time you actually listened to this, Ariane?
Well, when you sent it to me, like the parts, I have it on a CD, burned CD. So it's been a while, along with some other recordings, but yeah, it's been a long time. So I'm a little nervous.
And this was the second thing you ever recorded, is that right?
Yeah, ever. So, but we had a lot of fun, but it was all very new, early 2000s. So it's...
Yeah, this is 2003, yeah. April 2003. So it was a while ago, yeah.
Yeah, mostly I'd go there and then sing my parts and do the different tracks and then fall asleep on the couch.
It was pretty late when we did this, if I remember right.
I mean, so it goes. Yeah, that's just, and I remember you doing, sorry, maybe I'm jumping.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Doing like recordings on a tape of some sort.
Yep.
That doesn't exist anymore, right?
Like yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, I actually had pulled up a picture of that. So I'll bring that in and share my desktop here. So yeah, so we recorded on this in Alesis ADAT LX20. We uses videotapes, and if you remember right, it actually ate the tape before we started.
I remember.
And I had to pull the tape casing apart and splice it so that we could actually keep working on it.
So things have come a long way.
Yes, things have definitely improved a lot since then.
Yeah.
the other thing is, this is only 8 tracks, so we could only record 8 tracks. But coincidentally, that's one of the reasons I chose this song, because it is so few tracks, and it's something I can do. I can create a mix for in the course of a YouTube video. So yeah. So anyway, but let's just play through it once and.
But
Whoops, wrong one. There we go. There we go. I don't know about you, but I hear a lot of the flaws when I listen to that.
yeah.
So, but in our defense, we did it in one evening, the entire thing.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. You remember how we came about doing that song?
No, I mean, I only remember that I love the Cranberries. Rest in peace.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you picked it. So
But I don't know. I want to say I picked it probably because when I was younger, I used to sing with my sister
hmm
Cranberry songs, especially that one. I mean, everybody knows that. Most people know that song. I shouldn't say everybody knows it, but um, yeah, I think I just love it. It has a place in my heart. So recording it was fun for me, and it was sentimental.
yeah, it certainly earned a place in my heart too. Ever since we recorded it, because that was just such a fun experience doing that. You're like, we worked
Yeah,
hard and
like did their part, in the whole thing and putting it together and
yeah,
the
yeah, and
perfection. That's kind of fun.
it's pretty amazing to me that we were actually able to do that in one. If I remember right, like you and Brad came over, and then we ate pizza, and then just very casually started putting it together, and then if I remember right, you left here at like 5 a.m. or something crazy when we were finally all done.
Likely. Is that like I know you had taken video from before,
Yeah, and I'll show a couple of clips from that.
but I think the pizza rings a bell for me while I was trying to sing. So
Yeah, I remember at one point your voice cracked, and I blamed it on pizza. So
yeah, that's what it was.
so anyway, you did great, and it turned out quite well. And actually, that was my favorite song on that CD that we made. It was this song was actually part of an entire CD that we made for a young adult group back in the day. So, but
A lot going on in our group of people, like
yeah,
just a lot. It was nice. It
yeah.
was fun. We
So,
did a lot.
but so yeah, only the second time Ariane had ever recorded anything, and so yeah. But you did great for all things considered. So.
Singing in the shower kind of gal.
Well, I don't know if you knew this, but the first time that I actually even really was aware of who you were is when you were singing in a talent show. I think was it you and James? Is that right?
Yeah, I would sing at those and I would get so sick because I was so nervous.
Well, I remember you were very, very shy. Like the whole time you were up there, you were just watching James play. You never looked at the audience or anything. But yeah,
Yeah, it's terrifying. Want me to make eye contact with people? So I've come a long way, but yeah. So
yeah,
that's probably I would do that kind of stuff
yeah,
and
yeah.
maybe
Well, I remember hearing you singing like, "Man, this girl's got a great voice, and I need to meet her and see what we can do to work together and whatnot." So yeah, that really was the initiator that caused us to be friends. So
yep, sure.
so
Just made everything mesh together
mm,
and
yep.
yeah.
All right, so my goal for tonight was really just to kind of fix the vocal parts. So I've got the multi-track recording here I use the software called Sonar, and I've been using this. We actually recorded in Sonar back about the same time. So
Oh, really?
when we did Goodbye to You, we actually recorded in that. But yeah, that was after I moved away from tape. It was actually recording on computers. And so, but yeah, it was a Cakewalk something or other at that point, but it's the same software. And so I actually
That
still
sounds
have,
familiar. I think I recall that,
yeah,
like the tape.
yeah.
So
So yeah, this Dreams was one of the last things that I recorded on tape, and finally made the switch over to computer. But
8-year tape.
so
So
we can actually just start going through some of this and then correcting anything that we don't like. So I was talking with Ariane before we started here, and I was just telling her that some of the things that we can do here, we can not only correct pitch, but we can also alter timing too. And in this song, we have two vocal parts. We've got a harmony and then a melody. And Ariane sang both of them.
yeah.
And because we did it so fast, we didn't have a chance to like nail the timing on absolutely everything. So as you go back and listen to it again, we're going to notice that there are pieces that just don't line up quite right between the two. And we have an opportunity to finally fix it after after all these years. Instead of go back and re-recording the vocal, we can actually just start tweaking it in software. And the software that I'm using is called Melodyne, from a company called Ceremony out of Germany. And this has totally taken over the recording world because it just does so many amazing things, and it does it in a pretty natural way that unless you know exactly what to listen for, it's pretty transparent. So
You have to already, like, I assume you have to have the right equipment though to go along with this program, or
kind
no?
of, yeah. I mean, the software is actually not too demanding in terms of what the computers it'll run on, and it's nice to have an audio interface for your computer, but it's not required. So I mean, I could totally run this on a laptop and it would be fine. So the big thing is the big barrier to entry is the cost. The software is pretty expensive. It was like $1,200, I think, or something like that. So not something that people are just going to rush out and yeah. I think I might tweak this one song. No, not not with this, but so I'm going to turn on vocal parts here, and we'll just kind of start going through. And if you hear anything, Ariane, that you want to tweak, speak up. I am mostly just going to kind of go through and fix things, I don't know, as I hear them. So, but yeah.
Oh, my life is changing every day.
Okay. All right. Some of these just a little bit shaky on some of those notes, so we can actually tweak that a little bit. So, for example, if I come in here and say pitch modulation, so if I take this and I turn it down, that will kind of steady the note. Let me actually play that and let you hear how that sounds.
Oh, my life.
See how it sounds almost a little bit artificial robotics there, so that's probably a little bit too much. But we can just tweak it a little bit.
Oh, my life.
I'm going to do this up here too.
Oh, my life.
You hear the difference?
It's a little less tinny. I don't know another way to describe it.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is just making so it holds the note a little bit more steady. So, I mean, we all have some natural variation in pitch. You know, nobody is ever dead on, or we'd sound like robots. But so this, yeah, what I was doing there just kind of tweaks the.
Oh, my life.
So yeah, so that's a little more steady than what it was. And somebody in the chat just asked if I can explain the user interface a little bit. So yeah, probably ought to do that. So what we're seeing here is the actual notes that she's singing. So as I play.
Oh, my life.
So it's showing the actual pitch of what she's singing, along with shows you timing as well. And then what you can do in this interface here is you can actually just start tweaking pitch and timing. So for example, if I just go into the pitch tool and grab this note and drag it up here, it totally changes the note that she sings. And so.
Oh, my life.
Obviously not right, but you know, if somebody's off pitch or whatever, it's really easy. And this actually has some automatic tools. Like for example, if you want some help and you just want to tweak it a little bit, you can just double click on one of these blobs. Oops, wrong tool there. And it'll center it up and get you dead on pitch as best you possibly can. It also has the ability to control the pitch drift. Again, another thing that vocalists have trouble with is like maintaining pitch over the course of a long note. And you don't have that problem so much, but some people do. But if I tweak this, go something extreme,
Oh, my life.
it really comes up a lot more there. So
So you don't want that.
yeah, you don't want that. So that was an extreme example.
Oh, my life.
So another thing in here, these places where you see kind of these vertical bars, that's actually either a breath or a sibilant, like an S. And so it detects those separately. Those don't have any pitch to them, so you can't really move them around, but it shows you where they're at, and it kind of helps you to get a feel for when people are actually vocalizing something versus it's just something that's more air than anything else. So, but
Oh, my life is changing every.
but we can also, the other thing we can do is we can change timing on things. So if I wanted to take this and drag it over here so it's right on the measure, sounds weird, but yeah, so we can totally tweak the timing on things. So if something is held out too long or not held out long enough or comes in the wrong time or whatever, it's really just a matter of grabbing it and moving it.
My life is changing.
Don't really have any timing issues on that one, but later on we will. So,
I'm certain there are others.
well, like I say, we did this really in maybe a couple of takes. And something that's happened with recording since we did this, since we've moved to computers, is when a vocalist or whatever, a musician of any kind, will come into a studio, they'll go through and do the same thing over and over and over again. And then you'll do what they call comping, so compositing. So you take, I like this part of this word, I like this part of this word from the second take, I like this part of this word from this fourth take or whatever. And so you're able to assemble essentially a perfect performance from all the different pieces that have been recorded. And we didn't have that option back when we did this. It was all on tape. And then if we wanted to fix something, we had to record over what we had done. And I think we probably did a little of that, but at the same time, we did this so fast, I know we couldn't have done a ton of it.
No.
So,
I know that was done. That sounds very familiar.
yeah.
I'm bad memory of a lot of things. So, but as you bring stuff up, that makes sense. I mean, I feel like there was a time too where we did cut things out, but it wasn't as intricate as you can do it now.
Right. Yeah.
I know with breaths and things like that too, but
Right. Yeah. And by the time we did Goodbye to You, I was recording on a computer, and comping wasn't really a thing yet. But at that point, we could just re-record with individual pieces, or yeah. So we had a lot more freedom by the time we got around to doing that, which was only a few months later. Is the funny thing. I was looking back at the files. So we did Dreams in April of 2003, and then we did Goodbye to You in July of 2003. So it was really only 4 months apart, and technology totally changed in those 4 months. So, yeah. Anyway, are you hearing anything so far that you wanted to change?
no, not yet. I mean, I think the steadiness, because I know that my voice personally, I don't know if other people struggle with this or if you record other people, but that was something where I think I would get shaky in my voice, and I still do to this day. Like I don't know if it's terror, like I'm afraid, or just
Nervous, stressed, not warmed up. I mean, there's any number of reasons that somebody just doesn't.
I mean, that's the steadiness is a big thing that I hear when I do hear this, and probably in some of the other recordings as well. But
Okay.
that's something that can be fixed. I think that sounds good, like the
Yeah.
line of the song that you did in terms of, and also making it sound natural.
Right. Yeah, and there's definitely a good balance that had to be had there. So you want to make it steady, but not artificial. So.
It's changing every day.
Yeah, that could use some studying on that one. So bring down the modulation on that.
This has already gone through some kind of pitch correction, or no?
We did a little bit because it was a very difficult thing to do back in the day.
So
I had auto tune at the time, and we did play with that a little bit, but bouncing the audio back and forth between the computer and tape was such a time-consuming process that I really tried to do as little of that as I could possibly get away with.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did a little bit. Yeah, you don't need that much. I mean, your pitch is pretty good. So.
Yeah.
But yes, at the same time, you can kind of see a little bit of variation in here. So,
Every day.
have you ever had any vocal training?
No. No, my parents apparently my parents used to sing at weddings when they were younger.
Huh.
Together. My dad used to play the guitar. I think it runs in my bones, but
So you have some in your family, but yeah. Huh.
yeah, but no training. Always wishful thinking, those intentions that I have to do. My intentions list. So, but no, nothing professional, just practice. I attribute I'll tell you, Whitney Houston, she was my go-to when I was younger. I would listen to her and pretend like I was her, and I don't know. I just would listen to her stuff over and over and over, and just try to match what like her notes and everything, and then
Man, if
you
you're
know,
able to do that, that's impressive.
yeah, she I couldn't, but not in my wildest dreams,
Yeah.
uh, but that's what I strive to do, and so that's how I did my training. Call that
Self-trained by listening to somebody else, huh?
absolutely. I endorse it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you've got a remarkable voice for somebody who's never had any training. So,
Thanks.
all right, moving on here.
in every possible way.
Yeah, we can straighten that out a little bit there. It's mostly the end notes that I'm going to worry about. The other ones go by so fast that it's hard to hear if there's any variation.
Every possible way.
Yeah, that's better. And when we get to the harmonies, we'll actually start doing some other stuff. So.
And oh,
So yeah, so the red is the melody part that we're editing right now, and then the gray is the harmony part. And so we can kind of use those as a reference to see what's going on, both pitch and timing wise. So
Oh, so they can be there at the same time.
yeah, you can see them both at the same time. I can't edit them both at the same time. It is easy to switch back and forth, but you can show it there as a reference. And if I wanted to, I could actually show some of the guitar parts too. So whoops, not that one.
Oh, so you can just show all the tracks.
Yeah. So, for example, there's some guitar parts in there. You can see the notes that the guitars are playing, which is helpful when you're trying to figure out harmony parts and whatnot. You'll probably want to match a note that something else is playing.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
So
all my dreams.
yeah, right there you hear the dreams. They come in at a different time, right?
All my dreams.
So we can kind of play with that and determine what we want to do there, whether we want to move your melody or your harmony or both. So, if we go by the tempo of the song, we probably want to move. I would think we probably want to move the melody back a bit. So, yeah, time tool. There we go.
All my dreams.
Yeah, I think I went the wrong way on that. So I'll move this back here.
All my dreams.
That's better. Do you like that?
All my dreams.
Dream sounds weird.
So we can tweak the timing on it if we need to some more. So if we want to switch these, I can actually there and move that over a little bit.
And all my dreams.
What do you think?
I'm not sure what it is.
All my dreams.
It's like it comes down, and I'm not sure why that's throwing me off.
All my dreams.
So that would be this part right here, I think.
All my dreams.
Earlier is probably not where we want to go.
All my dreams.
Or we could. That works too. What do you like?
I don't know, but is it the harmony that needs to be adjusted?
Well, the harmony.
Or is that an option, or is that not?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
All my dreams.
So that's here. Let me do just the harmony with nothing else.
All my dreams.
And then here's just the melody.
All my dreams.
That's off, but I can't tell what it is. Here's off.
All my dreams.
Yeah, must be timing. And I guess the key is to just keep messing with it, right? I mean, you keep it till it sounds.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
if you can't pinpoint what you don't like, then you just tweak it and play with it until you find something that you do like. So
Oh, my dreams.
and we can move it back too, but
Oh, my dreams.
what do you think?
Let's put them together again. See what that is. So how did you move from one like one track to the other?
So
To,
yeah, I come over here. So this list is all the different tracks that I've already set up to have the corrections applied to it, and I just have to click into the one that I want to edit. So for this, for example, if I want to edit the harmony.
And oh, my dreams.
Oops, I selected the wrong one. There we go.
And oh, my dreams.
And they ended at different times too. So we just got to decide what we like better there. But let's focus on this part right here.
Oh, my dreams.
Let's get the music in there for context.
And oh, my dreams.
so oh I was gonna point to the screen. Can you see? Where my voice comes down.
Right here. Let's see. Let me highlight it. This one right here.
Yeah, so we already tried making that shorter.
Mhm.
Like, well, what did that do?
Let me lengthen it up a bit again. So you can hear the difference.
It's never.
Whoops.
And oh, my dreams.
So making it short because I think you just lengthened it. That's the way I'm doing it, but shortening it maybe. I don't know what that does. Again, this
So
is all,
like that.
yeah. I don't know. Is that where it was before though? I don't.
It's close. Yeah.
Oh, my dreams.
It needs to be longer.
It's a style choice. I mean, there's no right answer here. So
Oh, my dreams.
I think both of them sound good.
Yeah. So
What do you like?
play that one more time.
And oh, my dreams.
And here's the other one.
And oh, my dreams.
I think I like this one better myself.
And oh, my dreams.
Yeah, it is a style choice. So I don't.
It's your performance. What do you want to do?
Does it sound worse meeting in the middle?
That probably would be weird. Yeah, so let's try that.
And oh, my dreams.
Yeah, I don't like that as much. This is my
What?
favorite right here.
Oh, my dreams.
I like how it comes down on that quarter, right around that quarter note.
That sounds great.
Okay. All right, and then next one I know we got to fix here is the end of dreams, because your two parts that end at different times. So
You can see that.
Oh, my dreams. It's
you want it held out a little longer or shortened up a bit.
Let's listen one more time.
oh, my dreams. It's
Let's hold it out.
Okay. So in that
Yeah.
case, I'll change the.
Turn it. We can do it different.
I need to grab this other end. There we go. That should line it up pretty well.
oh, my dreams. It's never
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, now it's dead on.
my dreams. It's never quite.
Okay, yeah, and then that puts this.
And you're
a
not
little bit.
hit stuff right now, right? You're just focusing on timing.
Well, yeah, we'll kind of do both as we go. But yeah, if there's pitch issues you want me to take care of.
No, it needs some love.
Which one?
That lower note
This one?
on. Yep, that one.
Okay.
I feel like that. Am I just feel like it's like it wavers?
Yeah,
a
it
little
shakes a little bit. I'll flatten it out some.
without sounding.
My dreams. It's never
And then kind of by itself. Well,
my dreams. Oh, my.
completely by itself here. Totally naked.
Oh, my dreams.
Sounds a little robotic, but you can get away with some robotic with the harmony part because people don't pick up on that quite as much as they do in a
Yeah.
melody.
In all my dreams.
That may be a little much though.
Yeah, and you can put it back too. It's just, I hear myself sometimes.
In all my dreams.
Yeah, I'll go.
And sometimes I'm more like critical because I hear my voice every day. So I hear
Right.
All my dreams.
Okay, that's pretty close to where it was. I mean, I can hear some of the artifacts of the original pitch correction that we did 18 years ago on there, and I can't get rid of that. So,
no.
But
Okay.
actually, I want to show you something else though while we're in here. So, I was just playing around on this the other day. And what I did is I took your melody, made a copy of it, and then adjust the pitch on all the notes so that it matched your harmony. So it sounds weird, but
Oh no. Do it. Wait, maybe
All
not.
my dreams. It's never quite as it seems.
yeah, it sounds really weird. And some of that could be fixed, but I just wanted to see how close it could get us. Of course, if you do that, the timing is dead on because it's literally a copy. Although we have tweaked some notes here, so.
All my dreams. It's never quite as it seems.
So yeah, the timing is perfect, but
Yeah.
it doesn't sound natural. So I said, we won't use that.
Oh, that sounds like.
Okay.
All my dreams.
There we go. Harmony.
All my dreams. It's never quite as it seems.
Yeah, we got a few things there that could be tweaked a little bit.
My dreams.
So that we okay? Where we landed on this?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
My dreams. It's never quite as it seems.
I'm gonna adjust the timing on this just a tiny bit to get it just a little bit closer to perfect on that.
It's never quite as it seems.
Yeah, we got some issues there, don't we?
It's never quite as it seems.
Let's focus on just the.
It's
melody.
never quite as it seems.
Yeah, that could use a little loving, couldn't it?
It's never quite as it seems.
That's a little much.
It's never quite as it seems.
Yeah, this one. If I take all the modulation out, and then it goes robotic.
Never quite as it seems.
We don't want to do that.
It's never quite as it seems.
It does vary a little bit. We can split it up a little bit if we need to, and do different parts on different things on different parts.
Quite as it seems.
Yeah, so if I go here and split this last part up, then we can. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. And then. This whole process makes you really wonder if any music you
Right.
listen to anymore has anything real about it, you know?
Well, yeah.
As it seems.
That's why I like going to concerts. The truth comes out. Well, not even anymore. I lied. I think sometimes.
A lot of times, yeah, they're using pre-recorded vocals.
Yeah, like they have pre-recorded or they have ways to, I think, auto-tune.
Yeah, you
after
can.
you're
You can.
singing, like while you're singing.
Yep, you can. You absolutely can. That technology's been around a long time. I thought about actually investing in some of the equipment to do that, but I do live audio so rarely these days, it doesn't really make sense.
It's never quite as it seems.
Does it still sound robotic to you?
A little bit, yeah, but I think some of that might be the original pitch correction though too.
Yeah, I think so too.
Auto-tune was never very
Does it
good.
seem?
Yeah, that's auto-tune. I can hear that.
Mhm.
So we can't totally fix that. All right, let's work on the.
It sounds good just where you have it.
It's never quite as it seems.
I could use some loving.
Mhm. It's so interesting because I just sometimes I can't figure out exactly what it needs.
Right. Yeah, me too. I don't have as good an ear
Like
as I used to either. So
training with the I don't know if with the equipment or like trying to figure out exactly what the equipment's capable of. So how long have you been using this? Did you
the
say already?
software.
Yeah.
I bought this. I want to say maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
But I've done so little with this type of audio in that time. I've been so focused on video that I'm still kind of new to this.
Okay.
So
Oh,
back in the day, I got pretty good at auto
dreams.
tune.
It's never quite as it seems. Never quite as it seems. My dreams.
All right, we got people in the chat room. The
Oh,
harmony
what are
part isn't ending in time with the melody at the end of bar 29. Needs to be split so the endings can match, and the start of the next phrase can match too. Yeah, so I can split those notes.
they do that better than me. I'm like I can't see the bars because my little laptop.
Oh.
Where are we at?
Are you full screen at least on your laptop? So you
I don't know. Let me check.
yeah, just double click on the video and it should go full screen for you. That'll help.
It does.
Make it a little easier to see what's going on.
Oh
My
man.
dreams. It's never quite.
Okay. Alrighty. And then I'll go back to melody and I'll turn both on.
My dreams. It's never quite.
Yeah, we got one of these that's coming in.
Mhm.
Is that what it is? Oh, I need to be on the pitch. There we
Bar
go.
29.
Dreams. It's never quite.
We got a little bit of an echo there. Oops, that's the wrong one. It's over here. It looks like that one's early.
Dreams. It's never quite.
Yeah, and some of it's just on site, you just kind of have to
Yeah.
look at it and
Dreams. It's never
Yeah, we need to move this a little bit. I think I'm gonna have to split these up.
quite. Dreams. It's never quite.
when you say split them up, what do you
Yeah, so right now, if I move this, it moves before and after. So you're affecting both parts of it. And what you
Okay.
can do, you come on here and you say split, and then you double click where you want to split, and then it becomes separate notes that you can then adjust individually.
Oh, I
Although
see.
I think I did the opposite of what we wanted there. I think it actually combined. Yeah, I did. So yeah, so those are actually split, but I need to change the split type. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so now I can actually adjust those separately. In theory.
In theory.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Okay.
It's never quite.
That's better.
Dreams. It's never quite.
Yeah, they're saying in the chat room that said ones don't match it. And that is true, so I'll play with that a little bit too. Oops. I want to keep that where it is.
So in crouching on this little, it's not gonna do anything.
Well,
It's never.
well, it actually does. So it actually takes the two copies of the two separate audio pieces and plays them at the same time, which you can't do with your
overlap.
voice. Yeah, they overlap a little bit, but sometimes that's what you have to do in order to get.
Dreams. It's never.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think.
It's never.
Yeah, I need to split those up. change the split type on that. It needs a break between there. Like one of them actually has a break and the other one doesn't. So
Okay.
yeah, so there we go. So now I can actually tweak those separately. And I need to.
So that's what they're saying in the chat, right? Like, just
It's never.
Yeah, so this part right here is what's off now. See, yeah, in the chat. Look at the sibilant sections; they don't match up. Yeah, I got that. So I think it's this guy Tom saying he got Melodyne from an Avid subscription for free, but never got to use it. That's unfortunate because it's such cool software. And he's asking how it is as a plugin. It's actually better as a plugin than it is. You actually run the software separately. It doesn't have to be run from within your audio editing. But you lose everything by doing that. You can't do your mixing very well. You can't add reverb. You can't add anything like that. So it's it's better.
It's never.
It works better as a plugin. So okay, so I'm gonna isolate. What am I hearing here?
My dreams. It's never quite.
Yeah, so this is detecting as a sibilant, but it's actually not. There's actually
It's never.
there's actually voicing going on there. So we'll need to tweak that timing. See if it'll let me. I'm gonna have to add so we add a note separation tool here, and then, oops, and then drag that back so that those line up, and then drag this so that that lines up.
Dreams. It's never quite as it seems.
It's better, though not perfect yet.
Did you just go in?
Yeah,
like
it's zoomed in.
enlarge
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah. You can zoom in quite a bit if you need to.
Large print.
Yes.
That's my style.
It's never.
Yeah, I still need to tweak something here.
Can you do?
Hmm?
So it doesn't. It's so hard from here to explain, and I don't see where the bars are because my screen is still a little too small for me. But you see the. Oh.
Guide me.
Okay, right where you're at. Those two
Yep.
above, below.
Yep. Yeah, they don't line up.
How you can't make those the same length? Is that?
Well, we can. I just need to add control points in here like this.
Control
Whoops.
points.
I
Okay.
do that every time. So yeah. So then add the control point, and then you tweak things.
Oh, that's what I was thinking, just visually.
Yeah.
About like what would work, but again, I don't know for sure.
So the trouble is they're sung a little bit differently. So I have to handle the two pieces a little bit differently. So in this case, we'll move that over.
Mm-hmm.
Move this over a little bit, and then undo. Yeah, so this is the weird part right here, right? So let's actually listen to that and see what that is.
It's never quite.
Yeah, so that's it's right there.
It's never.
And then so we need to move that over.
Mm-hmm.
It's never.
Okay, that more or less works. And then take this, lengthen that out. That matches better, right?
Yeah, it looks like it does. Let's maybe hear it.
Listen to both of them on.
It's never quite.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's never.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah.
All my
People?
dreams. It's never quite.
Yeah, that works.
Group efforts.
With yeah, there you go. With the music, you'll never notice it.
Dreams. It's never quite.
Oh, you can still hear some doubling in there. You know what? That's this. I need to turn that. I need to mute that track entirely. There we go. So, melody. There we go.
All my dreams. It's never quite as it seems.
Okay, and then we got another timing issue right here.
There.
Do we want to hold that out longer or shorter? I'll let you hear. melody,
It's never quite as it seems.
and then harmony.
It's never quite as it seems.
Well, the end of the harmony, I think I intended to do it longer.
Okay.
And instead my length came from like as it seems, like
As it seems.
I think it should be longer. I wonder if that will sound weird though, because I held it out longer going.
Let me split that up.
But maybe.
Yeah, we'll have to do some
I like that
tricky
you can
stuff.
split that up.
What's that?
I like that you can split it up.
Yeah.
As it seems.
Yeah, that's right.
As it seems.
And then listen to the other.
As it seems.
Yeah, you held out the E a lot longer on that one, and then the M more on the other, don't you?
Yeah, so it's a weird matchup.
Quite as it seems.
The notes go together. The pronunciations do not.
We can tweak that though. So.
Can you now?
Yeah. Yeah. So what we do, we'll find.
Seem.
Okay, so the transition is somewhere. So what we do is we add a note separation tool in there, and then
As it seems.
actually I probably need to go the other direction. We want the E to be longer, right?
Yeah, not the M.
Yep.
Quite as it seems.
Better.
That's better.
Quite as it seems.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. That's so crazy.
It's never quite as it seems.
That's a lot better.
Yeah.
That is a lot better.
What's that called? Note separator?
Yeah, note separation. You basically tell it where you want to make the time adjustments, so, or pitch adjustments for that matter. It didn't detect that as two different notes because you're singing the same note, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't know the difference between an E and an M, so it doesn't break those up in any kind of way. But you can force it, so.
Quite as it seems.
All right, and then I'm going to tweak the end just a bit. I think I'm going to need to change that on there too. There we go. Yeah. So we're going to have a little bit of overlap on these.
It's never.
I got to figure out how to clear the loop. I did that by accident.
Anyone in chat have suggestions?
Yeah, does anybody in chat know how to clear the loop in Melodyne? I've never even engaged that before.
It's never quite.
There was something weird there still.
It's never.
Yeah.
Well, my breath is earlier on the harmony than.
Yeah, that's
I don't know if that's the weirdness.
Yeah, we fixed that.
That's the first thing I hear, but.
Yeah, we definitely fixed.
Is this the beginning one? That looks the same as the one, well.
It's never.
There we go. Yeah, we're back to. Yeah. Somehow I accidentally stretched that earlier.
Never quite as it seems.
Okay.
As it seems. Never quite as it seems.
All right, let's play with some pitch things here. So
Sure.
reduce some of the modulation on that and that one.
It's never quite as it seems.
We can get a lot more aggressive with pitch correction on the harmony than we can with the melody. Although with this song, they're kind of equal importance, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's almost more of a duet than
Right.
harmony.
That's how I hear it.
Yeah.
Listening to like the Cranberries, I noticed her harmonies, and I think it was intended that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean,
I
when you
was trying to
actually,
mirror that sound, so I think it's important in this song. But
right. And an interesting thing, like I actually went back and watched some of her live performances on YouTube a little while
oh,
ago.
really?
And when she's performing live, she sings more of the harmony part than she does the melody part. So, yeah.
Makes sense. I mean, I know when I listen to the tape,
Hmm.
but yeah, I would hear the harmony almost cut through more than the
Right.
melody as
Right.
well. Yeah, I don't know why. If you hear it too, then maybe it wasn't just me hearing harmonies
Yeah.
only.
Yeah.
Or
It's never quite as it seems. Never quite as it
Something's a little off here. Yeah. So let's figure out which one we like timing wise.
seems. Never.
I think the harmony is probably just a bit early.
Mhm, I think you're right.
Seems. Never quite as.
I think that sounded good, right?
Yeah, that was better. Yeah.
Never quite as it seems.
I gotta figure out how to clear that loop. Maybe there's a keyboard shortcut they can use to do that. Editing tools. And normally I use the looping feature within. Oh, maybe it is. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it does just use the Sonar loop. There we go. We're
It's
good.
never quite as it seems.
So what is the loop thing that you're talking about?
So it plays the same section of song over and over and over and over again. So if you got something
Oh,
that you're tweaking and you just want to hear it back to back to back to back to back so you can hear your changes, it'll let you do that.
you can dream about it later.
Yes, yeah, it does give you nightmares.
Oh my gosh. But I
It's
guess
never-
that's, yeah, you can hear
Yeah.
things a lot better if you just keep hearing them over and
Well,
over.
to a point. After a while, you lose all ability to differentiate what's going on. So you have to be careful with it.
It's never.
It's a funny thing, like when even as I was kind of tweaking this a little while ago, a couple weeks ago in preparation for this, I got to the point where my ears just were not able to hear a lot of what was going on. Like I put it away, came back to it a little while ago, and like, man, how did I miss that? You know, but
It's never quite as it seems.
yeah, we got a little off there. It's pretty close.
Never quite as it seems.
I like to bring that up, just to bring that back just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit.
It's never quite as it.
That's better. Yeah, quite is.
Quite as it seems.
And this is a touch late down here.
Quite as it seems.
What do you think?
One more time.
It's never quite as it seems. It's never quite as it seems.
We already fixed the E and the M on that one. Is that the one we were messing
Yeah,
with earlier?
yeah. We changed the E to M here on the harmony.
Quite as it seems.
Good. All right. All right. I didn't really do much with pitch in this section.
Interesting.
It's never quite as it seems.
And let's flatten this out.
Quite as it seems. Never quite as.
And that feels off again. Time. There we go.
Never quite as.
That's closer.
Never quite as it seems.
Got good timing on the end there.
Never quite as it seems.
pitch some.
It out. Or are you just talking about the shakiness?
Yeah.
Never quite as it seems.
And that's more steady there. And we can do the same over here.
Quite as it seems.
You like that?
Yeah.
Quite as it seems. Never quite as it seems.
20 years later, Doug.
Yeah.
However long, what are we at? 20 years later.
Yeah, we're 18 now.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Young kid.
There probably haven't been a whole lot of songs that have taken 18 years to finish. So, but I was actually pretty happy with the way this came out back in the day, all things considered.
I mean, I was. I didn't know any different, but I do now.
Never quite as it seems.
Yeah.
I thought we
For one evening with the tools available at the time, it's not too bad.
I think it's more than not too bad. I think it's like, yeah, I think it was good.
Yeah. But not only was this my favorite song on this CD, but I heard from other people that they said the same thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, because it had more energy and more upbeat, better known,
Yeah, I think it was. I liked it.
Yeah. All right, so let's hear it with the backing track.
Dreams, it's never quite as it seems. Never quite as it seems.
That's better. Definitely better.
And all my dreams, it's never quite as it seems. Never quite as it seems.
What do you think?
Yeah. Not much better. Oh, it's nice. So with this stuff, do you also you can go through and do this to the instruments as well?
Yeah, that's something they added in some of these newer versions. So yeah, if I want to go through, like for example, and let's pull up the electric guitar here. You can see. Let me electric one. Where is that? There we go. So solo that. It's not perfect, but yeah, you can totally start adjusting pitch and things like that. So we want to change this note up here. You can do it, or timing or whatever. So yeah, so like, yeah, we want to change, make that one come in late. You can totally do that. So totally crazy. But
I feel old, but glad to be alive.
yeah,
All of this.
yeah, it's really crazy how far the technology has come. It's like even pitch correction 20 years ago was still in its infancy and barely functioned super well.
Now anyone can sing.
And except me. I've tried recording me and putting it through the software, and it never gets good, no matter what you do to it. Not my thing.
We should do one of those. If you have it handy.
I don't. I think I probably deleted them all. Yeah, it was more of an experiment to see how good the technology worked.
Yeah.
All right. Some people were asking me what software I'm using for the audio editor. Sonar Platinum. It's
Sonar and Platinum or Sonar?
Sonar Platinum, yeah. It was actually discontinued a few years ago. Cakewalk went out of business. But I spent so much money on it that I just can't give it up and switch to something else.
I mean, it's good though, right?
It's fine, yeah, and it still runs just fine. They actually made a free version of it, but it only has like 10% of the features of the one that I bought. So, okay, next part here. It's just the two vocals.
I know I felt like this before, but now I'm feeling it even more, because it came from you.
Okay, yeah, I got a few things in there we can fix. Oh, back up.
I know
And let's just do melody, see what we got.
I know I felt like this before, but now I'm feeling it even more, because it came from you.
I'm definitely hearing some things we can tweak there.
I know I felt.
Alright, that note is off. Yep.
I know I felt.
This thing actually sounds a little sharp now.
I know I felt like this.
Straighten those out a little bit.
I know I felt like. I know I felt like this before.
A little shaky.
Oh.
So when you're double clicking, is that just
It snaps it to the nearest note.
This before.
Yeah, and that one, it's got it centered, but there's enough modulation in there that it doesn't sound on.
Like this before. But
That's
now
better. That's better. All right, see what we got here.
I lost my sunlight, Doug?
We can still see you fine. You're all right.
I know I felt like this before.
Yeah, let's flatten some of these out a little bit more.
I know I felt like this before.
Yeah, that's an improvement.
I know I felt like this before.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound.
Say again?
I said it doesn't sound like robotic or.
Right. Yep. Yep. Sounds pretty good.
I know I.
Let's bring the harmony back in.
I know I felt like this before, but now I'm feeling it even more.
All right.
Doing like climbing stuff? Or are you still straightening notes?
I'm kind of doing a little of everything.
I know I felt like this.
Yeah, we got some places here we can fix a few things. Oops. Just the pitch tool. There we go. See what it does with that.
I know I felt.
That's
I know I felt like this. I know I felt like this.
that is sharp. Okay.
I know I felt like this.
Let's
Felt like this. I felt like this.
all right.
Felt like this.
What are you hearing?
The same thing over and over.
I know I felt like this before.
Yeah.
I don't love any of that, but that's okay. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah. Well, part of it is we're on it through AutoTune before, and like I say, AutoTune is just not a great application.
A
Felt
little
like
weird,
this before.
Yeah, that's better.
really.
I know I felt like this.
This needs some loving down here. Bring it up.
Should I just re-record that little part?
Sure.
Know I felt like this before.
Yeah. What are you doing tomorrow? Just flying up here and we'll re-record it.
Right. We'll just.
Like this before.
Hey, I might on one of these weekends. Every once in a while head up there.
One of these times when you're here, we should get together and record something again.
Yeah. Hey, when I have break during my schooling,
There you go.
I was laughing because I'm like, oh my gosh, I won't have I'll have Christmas off because I work at a cemetery. And so I don't really get time off. I mean, I do, but I don't.
Mm-hmm. Not as much as you want, yeah.
So I'll start school and then school will end and I'll actually probably get to have
You'll actually have a break, yeah.
something. I think.
Okay. Play with some timings here.
I keep looking at those and they look like cut in half rolling pins to me.
They do, don't they?
You got baking on the brain.
I know I felt like this before.
That one, wait.
Hmm?
Hang on. Where are we? I can't see. 36? No, what is that?
That's 36, 37.
Hey. So 36. The orange and the gray.
Yeah, they don't line up there, right?
Yeah, so. Just the end there.
I felt like this before, but now.
And then, while we're at it.
Before, but now I'm feeling. I know I felt like this before, but now.
Yeah, and then, but now that's quite different. So I'll move this over. Come on, there we go.
But now I'm feeling it even more.
I don't want to get too perfect, but
Gosh,
what was that?
People do this on more complex songs with like a ton of different tracks.
Right, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it can be very, very time consuming. For those just joining, I'm actually in my office. I'm not in the trailer, obviously. So yeah, you guys haven't seen my office, at least from this angle on my channel. I've never actually shot this direction before, so this is gonna be new.
Getting a little more personal.
Yeah, this is where I spend all my time. I live in this room. Which, by the way, this is the same room where we recorded this, so it's kind of funny.
But you didn't have all the because what's on your walls now?
I've got the soundproofing, yeah. So the sound absorbing foam.
Back then.
We sort of faked it. In fact, this would be a good time to do a little break and show a little piece of the video.
So bad, you guys.
So
early 2000.
Yeah, it's 2003, April 2003.
So I can't.
So had the foresight to put up a video camera and record pieces of it. We don't have that much of it, though. I can tell you were nervous.
I just hadn't done this before, so.
Yeah. So, move up a little. There we go. These are not the takes we actually used.
Oh, my life is changing every day in every possible way. I think it helps me if the microphone's louder.
What do I know?
I forgot what I was gonna sing. I'll keep singing.
The right words.
Me too. and then I forgot the words. See
That's
how
funny,
difficult I am?
because they're right in front of you.
I know.
That goes higher.
I know. Let's take all this into the hall back at Glenwood.
Is that where you like to sing,
it's
in the
okay
hall?
to sing.
Huh?
I'm more comfortable singing in the hall.
Well, if you're gonna do a whole CD, you better get comfortable here.
You're right. Just a suggestion. Haul it all back into the hall.
Where's your EQ set?
Let's see. And then a lot of waiting around.
La,
Hadn't really warmed up yet, had we?
Committing. I'm committing.
Yep.
I know what part you're talking about too.
Look at that wall too.
Are you just doing it to that part or no? The whole thing?
Anyway, yeah.
Let's do the whole thing.
So
The whole thing.
half hour of
Just
not much recording on
most
that video.
part.
So, and then we had this
Does
one.
that room get hot?
And then
Yeah, it gets really hot in here. So
Because I remember it being really hot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, things were just blowing, but. Brad!
Yep. So we actually did this backwards. Normally, when you're doing recording, you record all the instruments first and then do the vocals after. But for some reason, we did it the other way around. So, and the other thing is, like, when I shot this video, I took the output of the mixing board and put it into the camera, so we actually have the recording from the music on this, so we can.
I open up and see the person.
That was all I got of that. I didn't record for that very long. Then we'll watch the other clip a little bit later. The one where I was actually editing.
That one.
Yeah. So we'll get to that one a little bit later. So, okay, where are we at here?
I know I felt like this before, but
Let's see here.
but now I'm feeling it even more. Before, but now I'm feeling.
Yeah, we got something that's not quite right timing wise there. Yeah, we need to move.
But now
So what's the audience like that is watching this right now? Are they pretty well seasoned? Are they like they know?
I mean, there are definitely some people that are watching that are familiar with audio, but most of my audience really is video people, and I've found that a lot of them are not super comfortable with audio. So that's why I'm going to be doing the audio course later this year to kind of help out a little bit. So Yeah, we only have about 16 people watching at the moment, so I get a lot more viewers when I do it during the daytime because then I also get Europe as well, not just the U.S. So I have a pretty international audience with my channel.
But I mean, they can watch it not live, right?
Yeah, they can watch it anytime. So I'll pick up a bunch of views tomorrow. I imagine in the end, this video will get well over 1,000 views, maybe even 2,000. So we'll see.
That's nice. Keep following that.
I know I felt like this before, but now
Yeah.
I'm
Something's weird there.
but now I'm
The harmony part.
The timing between the two is
but now I'm
that's closer.
for but now I'm feeling it for but now I'm
Yeah, it's better before. Which way do we need to go on this? So look at the waveform. I suggest we go earlier.
but now
I don't. That sounds worse to me.
but now
No, it was better.
but now I'm but now I'm feeling but now I'm feeling but now I'm feeling
Not perfect.
before, but now I'm feeling it even more.
Yeah, the rest of it's fine.
This
Yeah.
before, but now I'm
It's doubling up on the but.
for, but now I'm
It sounds a little strange.
before, but now I'm
Move it way far back.
for, but now I'm
That's worse. Yeah.
before, but now I'm
Yeah, they're not quite coming in at the same time.
before, but now I'm
You hear it too?
A little bit. I think I mean, it's probably very minor, but can you move anything on the melody type or section?
We could, yeah.
I don't know if that will jack.
but now I'm before, but now I'm
Yeah.
for, but now I'm before, but now I'm
There's another technique you find in the recordings all the time where they just get rid of one of the two entirely.
And then
So
they just like re-sing it or like re-record it.
just
and
mute it. Just mute part. Like we could take just the word but here and mute that, and then
Oh.
so that's another thing that's especially done with like S's on words. If you got an S that's being sung in both the harmony and the melody, you don't necessarily want to hear two of it. So they'll either bring it way down or just get rid of it in the harmony.
Oh, yeah. I never thought about that.
for, but now I'm
Yeah, but we need to do something with this though.
Closing my blinds.
but now
Now everyone can look into my apartment.
but now
You can entertain your neighbors.
What?
You can entertain your neighbors.
but now
Thank you.
but now
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get this right on.
but now I'm
It may not be enough of a problem to worry about.
before, but now
Yeah, I can hear it. The music. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can't, so that one right there, you can't shorten it. You already tried that, right?
Which
Like the,
This one?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I can certainly shorten it. Let me break that up. There we go. Okay. Sib1 sections and end of phrase starting at end of bar 36 into bar 37, not quite matching up. Well, there's that, yeah. So yeah, he's talking about this.
yeah.
Yeah, he's talking about this up here. We can fix that real quick.
before, but now I
Yeah, it's definitely off. So you got very different sibilants here as part of what's throwing it off. So if I go to where the end of the sibilance is here, and then match that up down here.
You hear me crunching this when I eat it?
Nope. You're good.
but now
That's better.
but now
It's not perfect, but it's improving. All right. Yeah, you're sliding here in a different place, so we need to tweak that. Note separation. Whoa. That's not doing what I expected to do.
I went to Chick-fil-A after work
Huh?
and I thought I ordered waffle fries.
What'd they give you?
Apparently they sell waffle potato chips.
Oh, really? Never heard of those from them.
Handed me the bag and I opened it because I always do. Like right before I drive off, I open just to like start eating my fries because I like to have them really, really hot. And they weren't fries.
A little
They're
bit of a surprise.
So I didn't want to like order more. The line was huge, Chick-fil-A. So I have these.
but now
It's still.
Oh, salty.
There we go.
but now
Yeah, I'm not loving that.
Are you just looking at like the butt is starting sooner than everything else on
Yes.
the
Yeah.
body?
Yeah.
And when you shorten it, like when you pull it back, what happens?
Well,
but now but now
it's closer, but it's still off, and you can hear the two parts are not lined up.
but now
That's a little closer.
but now
That's feeling a little better.
but now I'm feeling it
What do you think?
Yeah, that's better.
before, but now I'm feeling
Okay,
Unless someone
we'll move on.
hears something different, but
Okay,
I know
turn the music back on.
you're turning what back on?
The music.
Oh,
I know I felt like this before, but now I'm feeling
oh,
Oh,
felt like this before, but now
I'm hearing the double again. What happened?
well, the music sounds off from the notes too.
Oh, there's that.
Isn't it?
I know I felt like this before, but now I'm feeling it even more.
Yeah, we're not quite lined up, are we? Let's bring the guitar rhythm in. Yeah, they don't line up.
Why is that?
Amateurs doing things in a rush. I mean, we recorded the whole song in an evening, so.
I know I felt like this before, but now I'm feeling it even more because it came from
Yeah, I mean the notes don't the vocal doesn't naturally line up perfectly with the guitar there. So
Weird, because when I listen to the CD, it sounds like it does. So is that just because it's
well, it is off there.
Yeah, it's probably just
It's a different mix, so it's
different mix.
emphasizing different things.
Maybe other things are added that I can, I don't know how many tracks you were playing right here. All of them?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I know I felt like this before.
Yeah, we need to clean up some of this a little bit.
Oh,
Okay, so bring that over some.
so when you're looking at things like this for the first time, like, oh, you see how we have this whole new section of song
Uh-huh.
or vocals? Are you just, is the first thing you do just visually looking at stuff that doesn't line up?
Well, yes and no. I mean, you don't want it's like pitch correction. You don't want it to always be exactly 100% dead on, right? Because it sounds robotic. And same thing with timing. You know, there is natural variation in timing with every performance. It gives it kind of a unique fight and that unique feel, and gives it its style. And so, I mean, you want to be close, but you don't want to be dead on. In this case, I think we're a little bit too far off, so we might need to do some tweaking here.
I know I
Yeah.
felt like this before.
So we'll get it a little bit closer. I know you probably can't see it on your screen, but there are some grid lines here to indicate where the quarter notes are. So
Oh, there are.
yeah, they're very faint,
Oh, I didn't
but
even-
they are there. And for the most part, you're not too far off. The guitar is actually off a little bit. So this is a guitar down here. You
Okay.
can see it's late there, early there, a little late there. So
So all of that can be adjusted in here?
yeah, you can. So if I go to here, I can start moving those notes around
Oh, whoa.
as well.
Huh.
So tighten up the timing on the guitar too.
I know I felt like this before. I know I felt like this before.
Yeah. It's all a little bit late though. So we'll tweak that a little bit.
I know I felt like this before.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I think that what's throwing us off is the guitar is not perfect.
I know I felt like this before.
If I mute the guitar,
Mhm.
and then listen to it that way,
I know I felt like this before, but now
that seems a little better, doesn't it?
I know I felt like this before.
Still parts that are still a little late, but
I know I felt like this.
I actually like that a little bit late right there.
I know I felt like this before.
What about you?
Before sounds like it comes in way before way before the guitars. Or maybe the guitars come in late.
I know I felt like this before.
Or that little tiny midge in-
Guide me.
go to the right and up to the next orange one, the
This
next one.
This one?
Nope.
This one?
Yeah, I think that's before. I think that's the vocal. I feel like it comes in really soon.
Felt like this before.
That's a little better.
Wow.
Some of it's just style though, right?
Like this before, but now
Okay.
I know I felt like this before, but now
But is a little soon too.
I know I felt like this before, but now
Yeah, that is early.
Yeah.
I'm like this before, but now I'm feeling
No, and that needs to be moved. It doesn't line up with any beat.
before, but now I'm feeling
Mhm.
Move it way out where that's actually on beat there.
this before, but now I'm feeling it even
What do you think?
Feeling is a little early.
before, but now I'm feeling
Right here?
Mhm.
Yeah.
like this before, but now I'm feeling it even
That's early.
Mhm.
I felt like this before, but now I'm feeling it even more.
Even is a little early.
Which one?
Well, even like right after the one you just fixed.
Feeling it even
Yeah. That's not too bad though. That's
Not as
pretty
bad.
close to where that beat would be.
This is gonna make the harmony timing.
Yeah, we'll have to go back and tweak that too. Yeah.
feeling it even more.
Okay, and that's kind of a lazy transition. I'll move it up and see how it feels.
I'm feeling it even more.
What do you think?
More
Center?
time.
Now I'm feeling it even more.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah. All
Not my
right.
best note. Re-record.
That's always a temptation. And then you find that it's not really that much better when you do it again.
Before
Now let's adjust the drift on that.
The drift. What do you mean?
Drift is like how the note shifts in pitch from the beginning to the end, whether it goes up or down.
like this before, but now I'm feeling
And this needs a little help here.
but now I'm feeling it even more. But now I'm feeling it even more.
That's better.
This before, but now I'm feeling it even more.
Yeah.
And more, because it came from you.
A couple things a little bit early there. And that ought to come over a bit.
Because it came from you. Because it came from you.
See how that sounds.
Because it came from you.
What do you think?
Maybe you straighten out from a little bit.
And more, because it came from you.
You mean flatten it?
I'm not sure what I hear exactly, but
Because it came from you.
Yeah, that's better.
Because it came from you.
This could use some help.
Because it came from you.
Yeah, that's better for sure.
gosh, you definitely do have to take a break from this because you probably start hearing like the wrong things or like
Yeah, and you stop being able to discern things that you need to be able to hear if
Yeah.
you spend too much time at it.
And it even more.
Let's flatten that out some.
And it even more. Because it came from you.
You're gonna have a perfect performance by the time we're all done here.
even more because it came from you.
Okay, I'm happy with that. Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, back up here.
I know I felt I know I felt like I know I felt like
Yeah. It's funny. Like you'll pinpoint one problem and fix it, and then all of a sudden you'll hear another problem that you missed the first time.
I know I felt like this before. Like this before. Felt like this before. But now I'm But now I'm
Oop, too much. That got robotic.
But now I'm
Is that a hard separation?
before. But now I'm
It is.
You've done audio recordings with other people, like over the
Oh,
last.
for sure. Yeah, I've done a ton of them. Yeah.
Gosh, I have to look those up. Do you have video doing that or?
Not a lot. That was something kind of special that I did when we were recording
this before.
before.
But now I'm
So yeah, I was shooting a ton of video back in those days. I've got tapes and tapes and tapes from that era.
before. But now I'm
Okay.
When you do your audio course, what does that look like?
Well,
Yeah.
I've kind of got an outline. Just start out with just the very, very basics of audio, like how mixers work and like the cables you use to connect and what the signals look like going through those cables, and then get into equalization and like reverb and all those kinds of things and what kind of effect they have on things, and figuring out what tools you need to use in order to get the sound that you want.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be on the edge of your seat watching every episode.
I have time. I mean, if I want to, I'll put it on my intentions list. So such good intentions I have.
That's right.
I have an intention to learn the guitar.
How's that coming?
No.
That good, huh?
To do that back when Brad was playing, and I bought a guitar from my cousin actually back in college. And I still have it. It's sitting here. I tripped over it last night. Thought I broke my toe.
So you literally tripped over it.
I did. I tripped over. It hurt so bad. I collapsed, and I was like,
I hate that.
hobbled to the freezer, and I got my ice pack real quick. Did not break my toe, but it was dark. I should have turned the light on. But anyway, the guitar's still sitting here. It's a good intention.
Yeah, I've intended to learn how to play the bass, and I have a bass and a guitar on the wall up here. Not really done much with them.
Nice to look at, though.
Yeah. I got really good at Guitar Hero. I don't know if that counts for anything.
It actually does. Hey, I think it takes talent.
My brother comes over to visit on Sunday nights, and when he was over this last Sunday, we decided to get out Guitar Hero again. It had been years since we played.
How did that go?
Better than I expected. I was still able to play through most songs on Expert without too much difficulty.
expert.
So
Yeah, talent.
it used to be he would cream me. He was so much better than me. But like when we played on Sunday, I beat his score every single time. So I guess I've retained it better than he has.
But now I'm feeling it even more.
So are these are the harmonies now? What we
Yeah, I've just been tweaking the timing on the harmonies while we've been chatting here. So let me back up a little bit more. I need to do these. I didn't do this part.
I know I felt like this.
Yeah, so like that's off right there. Move. Ooh, that needs to be split up. Hold on. There we go. Okay, yeah, now I can move. Is this better than what you would be watching on TV tonight?
totally. I got my walk.
You're all equipped.
I know I felt like this.
You know what they taste like?
Huh.
They taste like Ruffles. The original Ruffles.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I don't love Ruffles, so they're really salty.
They can be, yeah, and greasy more often than not.
Yeah, greasy. You just barely touch it, and it's like down your arm.
All right, that needs to be dragged out a bit.
Felt like this.
So usually you do your videos in your trailer.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really convenient to have all the equipment there, and I just leave cameras set up all the time. And so preparation time to do a video there is pretty minimal. I usually just go out and shoot a video on a whim. I don't really have a game plan. Like, I feel like shooting a video about whatever today, and so, yeah.
Is it like usually videos about technology?
About video production, yeah. So the equipment and how to use it. And more about how stuff works than anything else. That's kind of my specialty, just like understanding what's going on inside of things.
Felt like this.
Where you were like writing code as a child.
What's it say again?
Weren't you like writing code as a kid?
Oh yeah, I started writing code at 4 years old. And then by the time I was 14, or by the time I was 12, I was doing contract work, contract software development. And then by 14, I had software that I was selling in stores.
I know I felt like this.
That like is not right.
I felt like this.
That's worse.
I felt like this.
What's wrong there? I'm not.
Like is too early.
I felt like this.
I think like is too early.
Felt like
Overall, or just the harmony?
It's the harmony.
I felt like this.
That feels late though.
Oh, hold on.
Felt like this. Oh, I felt like this.
That's early. Maybe it's just the second half of it.
I felt like this.
That's a little better.
I know I felt like this before.
I'm mostly okay with that.
I felt like this before.
Yeah. What do you think? It's your performance.
Yeah, but sometimes, sorry, food. Sometimes you hear things more than I do, because in terms of like the programming and the.
Probably also hard that you're listening on laptop speakers. I've actually got nice studio monitors here, so.
Yeah, I need to get some good headphones. You know, those big ones.
Yeah, like you were wearing in the video.
As
Yeah.
it seems. I know I felt like this.
Yeah, it is the. I think it's the slide that it's throwing me off
Felt like this
between the notes. So if I solo just that,
I know I felt like this.
well, pitch is off for one.
Yeah.
That doesn't help.
Gosh, I feel like that one was run through that auto tune.
Well,
I
yeah,
felt like this.
yeah. There's your auto tune.
I know I felt like this.
Yeah, that's auto tune doing that. That is the original auto tune we did on it.
I
Ugh.
know I felt like this before.
Did I not hit the note so bad that
Well, and that's a possibility, but more likely, I just got too aggressive with auto tune back in the day.
I mean, it was exciting stuff.
I know I felt like this before.
Like needs some.
Yeah. Let's listen to it in context, see how if it's noticeable.
I know I felt like this before, but now I'm feeling it even more because it came from you.
All right. Create a note separation tool here. All right, and then move that back. There we go. Now those will end together now.
Came from you.
Yeah, better.
Came from you.
From
you. 'Cause it came from you.
That's better.
yeah. Agreed.
All right. All this time, and we're only not even a third of the way into the song.
That's why I'm saying, imagine songs that just have so much complexity, like more complexity with like more tracks and whatnot.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
And then I open up.
We were having a problem with the timing of the guitar before. Let's actually turn the guitar back on and see if it's closer to lining up.
It should be fine, right? It should be fine.
At this point, if it's off, it's the guitar that's off. So.
I know I felt like this before, but now I'm feeling it even more because it came from you.
Yeah, the guitar is off a bit, but I'll deal with that later. I'd say I'd invite Brad to come on my channel, but I can promise he wouldn't do it. So.
Brad.
I don't know if you've noticed, but he has completely eliminated all traces of his online presence. So.
Oh, he has?
Yeah. Yeah, he's not on Facebook anymore or anything. So.
I think I couldn't use his name then.
And then I open up and see.
Someone in the chat room saying on the grace notes, if you bump the pitch up around 25 cents, it sounds a lot more natural. I'll have to actually try some of that somewhere.
And then I open up and see.
Will that rescue those awful harmony notes that are that have already been put through?
No, that's most likely a lost cause, and the auto-tune kind of ruined it for us. So.
Good to know.
And then I open up and see the person falling here
Yeah, we got timing issues there for sure.
and falling here.
Yep. Okay.
And then I
Listen to it by itself. Solo.
And then I
Hmm.
open. And then I open.
Yeah. I could use some help, huh?
As much help as you can.
And then I open.
Oh, open.
And then I open up and see. 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 And then I open.
This one seemed sharp to you. It seems a little sharp to me.
And then I open up.
That one's sharp too. Unless I'm hearing it wrong.
Say it again.
And then I open up and see.
Right here. And seemed just a touch sharp to me.
And then I open up and
Now it sounds flat.
Yeah, that's flat for sure. It didn't sound flat. I mean, it didn't.
I open up.
See, that sounds sharp to me. Does that sound sharp to you?
Did you
And
move
then
it back?
I open up.
I moved it back, yeah.
You moved it back down.
Yeah, move it down, back down just a bit.
And then I open up.
That sounds flat. I can't win.
Sounds right. So match it to open, I guess.
No.
Right?
Let's see how it sounds with the music.
And then I open up.
That sounds flat.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was better bumping it up.
And then I open up and see.
Yeah, that is better.
Yeah.
Same thing there, maybe.
And then I open up and see.
My ears might be getting tired. Seriously, like when your ears get tired, your perception of pitch.
It wavers.
Yes.
And then I open up and see the person falling here.
Okay. Let's work on some timing stuff.
And then I open up and see the person falling here.
Okay, this is the one that's bugging me right here.
Falling here.
Those don't line up right there. Let's go closer to the actual note. Looks like the melody. So bring that over. Pretty darn close now. Okay.
Person falling here. Person falling here.
Can you play that again?
Person falling here is me.
Let me isolate those.
And see the person falling.
Got a number of things that are a little off here.
The person.
I'm gonna need to split that up.
Answer my door.
Falling here is me. And falling here.
Ooh.
Bad.
And falling here is me.
Wow. Yeah, that needs a little work, doesn't it?
And falling here.
You're here. What are you doing here? I texted you. I was getting a
And
tattoo.
falling here.
Oh, sorry.
Person falling here.
Here. Oh, are you recording? Yeah, he's doing it live.
The person falling here.
Oh, that's real bad.
Yeah. Flatten it out some.
Person falling here.
You got a visitor?
Yep. My niece is here.
Oh, nice.
Hi.
How you doing?
See.
College, she was just a little baby. Not a baby, but you were. Oh, baby. Yeah, you were little.
The person falling here.
Ooh,
Whose daughter is she?
Amber's.
Okay.
So my oldest sister.
Yeah. I don't know Amber as well as your others. Your other sisters.
No, because she was in California. Well, she lived, early 2000. She was in Utah. So. She used to come visit me at the dorms. There's something. Yeah, this is my recording. So this is Doug.
Friend
So-
from many years ago.
Yes. So in college, we would record stuff.
Just for the fun of it.
Fun. That's cool. We're dabbling in all the hottest new technologies.
Do you ever play your recording for her?
Did you listen to my songs? Yeah, she's heard them.
Then I open up and see.
So what he's done here is these are just
And then I open up and see the person falling here.
and so back 20 years ago, we did what? I mean, we did this one night.
Falling here is me.
And just messing around, of course, but it was quick.
Yeah.
But now he's doing some cleanup. He's on a live. Everybody. He's on a live. He has people watching. Yeah, with
Yeah. I have a YouTube channel.
Oh,
He does.
cool.
so Doug does a lot of video production.
I open up and see the person falling here.
And he's starting to do some audio stuff. So we're taking this recording because it has 8 tracks. It's going to be pretty easy to kind of fix, like timing and pitch and just things we couldn't fix back then. Yeah. Yeah, take it in. Check it
all
out.
in.
Check it out.
And falling.
Yeah. Sometimes you can split these up into separate notes to sort of make the pitch correction more natural, but it's not working.
Not working out.
Yeah, not working out on this one. The fact that this ran through auto-tune originally kind of screws up some of that stuff. So
The person falling here is me.
But he did that like
Is me.
yeah, that one I can split up for sure. Do you need to go, Ariane?
Oh no, no, we're good. He and we have all night.
Exactly. Yeah.
Falling here is me.
All right. I can never remember where to find the tool for adjusting the.
Which one? What are you trying to adjust?
There's a tool that allows you to change how aggressively it adjusts pitch between notes.
Oh,
I can
okay.
never remember where to find it.
I cannot see there. Maybe somebody in the chat can.
Yeah, we have a few people in the chat who are actually familiar with this tool.
Oh, good. That's nice.
So
Maybe they.
I think I have more people watching that know the software than people who don't at this point.
Are you talking about like? So you're talking about when I do a note and then I jump to like it's a jump to a different note?
Yeah,
Falling here is me.
like right there.
Falling here is me.
And how here it's correcting it very abruptly.
Is me.
Do you want to like soften it?
Yeah,
Is me.
it says the second tool. Yeah, we have pitch tool, pitch modulation tool, and pitch drift tool. I can never remember where I can't remember the name of it. Scroll, zoom.
What does the
Help me, Jonathan.
what does the pitch drift tool do?
That controls the relationship between the start of the note and the end of the note. So whether it shifts up or down. Yeah, you can see there that it's detecting.
Is me.
So what is that little line running through the shape?
This one?
Yeah.
That's the actual detected pitch.
Okay.
So yeah, you can see the drifting of the pitch on these, right? So
Is me.
that's sounding okay there.
Here is me.
There it is. There it is. Yeah, so I just had to put my cursor in the right place.
Here is me.
That's better. It's handling the slide better.
Here is me.
It's still aggressive, but less so.
But less.
There, smooth that out even more.
Is me.
There we go.
Nice. So did the option not pop up until you like?
Yeah, you have to put the cursor right in the right place. And you probably can't see it on your screen, but it actually changes. Right now it's showing up and down arrows, but if I put it in the right place, it turns kind of a cross shape. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is me.
That's better.
Here is me.
All right, now let's hear it with the other.
Falling here is me.
It's still.
Here is me. Here is me.
Is it the melody that's wrong now?
Here is me. Here is me. And here is me.
It's still.
Better than it was.
Yeah. let's adjust this one too.
Here is me.
And then we'll.
To you.
Here is me.
That's better.
Sounds flat though, no?
Yeah, maybe a little. So let me. Yep. Good call.
Here is me.
I'll flatten that out even more.
Here is me.
Okay, and then that starts similar place.
We want to adjust the ending of me on both.
Yeah,
No.
so we're going to figure out which one we like better and go with that.
And here is me.
Let's start with music.
Falling, here is me.
Longer or shorter, better.
Probably longer.
Okay.
Just a guess. I don't know for sure.
Here is me.
That was longer. You like it?
Is me. A different.
Elise says yes. She's all like, yeah.
On this one, I like the timing of this a little better. So
A different way to be.
I think they come in on different too soon on the melody.
oh, need to back up.
Way to be. A different way to be.
Maybe not. But I feel like something.
It's a touch. Well, actually,
They
they're
even
pretty
it?
close. Let me tweak the.
A different way to be.
What do you think?
A different way to be.
It's right. It's really close to the beat itself, but we could move it back to change the feeling of it a little bit.
A different way to be.
That's.
A different way to be.
What do you think? That's like dead on with the beat.
Yeah, I think it's better, but
Okay.
maybe I'm
A different way.
Okay, so there's beginning of way right there on that one. A little different there. Whoops. So let's move something here. And then on the other.
Different way.
Which one's early?
play it again.
A different way to be.
Way.
A different way.
Yeah.
A different way to be.
Not far off, but
Way. I feel like I start like saying away, like away,
A different way to be.
holding out my W, like starting it a little earlier and holding it a little bit longer than I should.
A different way to.
you want me to move it back?
In a way. I don't know. We can try it.
A different way to be.
Just a tiny bit of hesitation in there.
A different way to be.
Need to do some pitch work on it too. Oops.
Different way.
And we're listening to the other part. There we go. Let me switch that. Wait a minute. Yeah, we're listening to the right part.
A different way to be.
No. That's the melody. Oh, yeah. Duh.
A different way to be. Way to be. Way to be. Way to be. Different way. Different way to be. Different way to be. Different way to be.
That's better.
Sounds good.
A different way to be.
It's a good one. That's a great
A
song.
different way to be.
That's an improvement. And I can see I've got the timing things to work out here.
Mhm.
Yeah, split those up. Come on. There we go.
A different way to be.
And this is early.
Way to be.
And, oh,
Way to be. A different way to be.
I think it's sounding right.
A different way.
yeah, this needs help.
Okay.
A different way to be. A different way to be.
Touch robotic, but
A different way to be. A different way to be.
what do you think?
I think it's good.
Ready to move on?
Mhm.
Okay, this is where things get a little strange because you're singing the same note.
La, la,
And as a result, it sounds artificial. Sounds, yeah. So what I like to do here is actually take one of the performances and shift the pitch just a tiny, tiny bit, so it's a little bit off, but it makes it sound far more natural.
Okay.
So
Do it to it. Let's see what you got.
bring that down a little bit.
la.
That sounds more like two people singing instead of one person that's doubled up.
Mhm.
La,
That's too much.
la. La,
Nope.
My niece sings too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
With these?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, queen.
Yeah, queen.
Ooh. What's going on there? Yeah, if you ever go in a recording studio, you'll see a lot of this stuff going on. All right.
So exposing.
Yeah. Yeah, you hear everything.
So is that what you did here? You're just shifting all of those a little bit, or just
Yeah, for the most part. But also seeing if they actually need some correction
okay?
on top of it too. This part doesn't sound like it needs much correction though. Although that goes sharp. Yeah, let's bring the modulation. You hear it right there, like right here. That sounds like one single note, one person. You can't hear the two vocalists, two vocal parts separate. So that's where we take and shift one just a tiny, tiny bit. I don't like to tell vocalists that I do that because they're like, I was on pitch. Why are you changing it?
Oops, I was talking. You probably didn't hear me. I muted it, but
Oh.
I'm like saying stuff.
There we go. Now it sounds like two people again.
Well, that's exactly what I did too. When you said that a moment ago, I was like, well, I was on, like both of my tracks were on pitch. They were right on.
Yep.
Or
Yep.
they matched rather, so, but I see why.
Yeah, it's
I hear why. But.
good to have them just be touch different. When I do live sound, I will very often put an effect called a detuner on harmonies. It creates two copies of the original, but one shifted upwards and one shifted downward in pitch, and it creates a bigger sense of more going on, more fullness.
And
But
what's that?
I can't tell vocalists that I do that. They're like, they don't like having their pitch played with, and it's so minor you'd never pick up on it. But
Yeah.
just having that extra on there makes a big difference.
We call it a D.
Say again?
Is that what you called it? A detuner?
Detuner, yeah. Which sounds like a terrible name for somebody who wants to be in tune, right? But it is what it's doing. It's shifting the pitch just a little tiny bit. Okay, we got a timing issue there.
How dare you detune me?
You're offended, right? Never going to talk to me ever again.
It's over.
Okay, I need to shift that up. Yeah, see, yeah, it sounds fake. Close and better. But we'll go just a touch more. That might be too much. No, that's all right.
No, no.
Yeah, the problem is there's a key change here, and the software doesn't know about that, so it's trying to put stuff on the wrong notes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
They haven't like found a way to.
You can, yeah. So you like right here, this line right here, this is E major. You can put key changes in there. I just didn't bother.
Manually.
Yeah, it detected the E major on its own. I didn't have to put that in. But yeah, this part of this bridge of the song, it actually is slightly different key. So bring down the variation a little bit on those. Yeah, that's essentially too perfect. So we'll
So you're gonna detune me.
just a little bit. Yep. Don't be offended. Yeah, it has to be off enough that you don't get the weird chorus effect, but not so much that the pitch difference is something you hear. Yeah, there we go. Bring this down a little bit. Getting there. That's better, yeah. Yeah, so in this case, I'm just trying to make those two slides at the end of those notes kind of line up a little bit better. It's not perfect, but... Was that better before?
I want more.
Okay, I feel okay with that. It's not perfect, but we're not going for perfection.
I want more. I want more. I want more. I want more.
That's better.
Impossible to ignore. Impossible to ignore.
Where are we at here?
Impossible to ignore. I want more. Impossible to ignore. Want more. Impossible.
Oops.
Impossible to. Impossible to ignore. Impossible to ignore. Or impossible to.
There might need to be two separate notes there, so split that up.
Impossible.
And then control the slide.
Impossible to. Impossible to ignore. Impossible. Impossible to ignore. Impossible to ignore. To ignore. Possible to ignore. To ignore. To ignore.
That's too much.
Able to ignore.
More than that, though.
To ignore.
Hi, I'm back.
You're good.
Did you miss me?
Of course. Of course I missed you.
I just get kind of silent because I'm staring at these.
Impossible to ignore. Impossible to ignore.
And then I don't know if talking about other things distracts you from
No, you're fine.
this.
I can do both.
Multitasker.
I do it all the time. Like most of the time when I'm in meetings for work, I'm usually like writing code at the same time I'm meeting or something like that. So, yeah, I am definitely a multitasker.
Impossible to ignore.
Yeah, so that was my niece. She
Just random showed up.
California, yeah. So she had moved out here for a short period,
Uh-huh.
and then she moved back, and then she came out here because she had put a deposit down. This is TMI,
Impossible to
but anyway, she got a tattoo out here, and she surprised me. I was like, "What are you doing?" So funny though. She's in her early 20s when we recorded this.
Yep.
That's how old.
Yeah, I was thinking you would have been, what, 21 when we did this?
Yeah, like 21.
Yeah.
Mhm. So she's 22, I think this June. 22 or 20. No, she's 22 this June. But yeah, she just randomly showed up. She's like, "I'm calling you." I was like, "Well, hello." What, when you got here?
Yeah, like showed I called on the doorstep.
Right. Then I have to
more.
remember she doesn't have to really answer to people. Well, not to me.
Impossible to
I'm like, "Where are you going? Text me when you get over there. Text me so that you're safe."
impossible.
Ew. The correction is worse there.
Impossible.
All right. About halfway through the vocals.
You're like,
Yeah. When I first thought about doing this, I actually went through and did all this one time. And I decided to scrap it because I was just really getting reacquainted with Melodyne. And I knew I could do better. But I was working on it for like 5 hours.
oh.
So,
Impossible.
And you just didn't like the final product?
well, I didn't really understand some of the tools in Melodyne very well because like they've added a whole bunch of stuff. This is version 5, and last one I used seriously was version 4, and they've added a whole ton of new things in this one, and so I didn't know those tools. And after I finished, like I went and watched some tutorial videos, and they're like, "Hey, you can do all these cool things." Like, if I had known that when I started, this would have been a lot easier. But
Impossible to ignore. Impossible to ignore.
we're getting a little robotic on there. I need to bring back some of that intonation.
Impossible to ignore.
Maybe a little less.
Impossible.
It's one of those things like if someone really wanted to, they could spend days doing all this, you know?
And they'll come true. They'll come true. And they'll come true. They'll come true. And they'll come true. Impossible.
Yeah, it just gives me a bigger appreciation for the production of.
Yeah, doesn't it though?
True.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
It goes in for the people who are.
You get some big artists like a Taylor Swift, and they will spend forever doing this kind of stuff, you know, to give it perfect vocal.
And they'll come true. Impossible not to do.
I mean, luckily her voice is good live.
Yeah, she's definitely improved. If you go back and listen to her early stuff, it's not good.
Well, when I first
Not
saw
to
her
do.
TV or whatever, when she just started with her guitar and whatever, I was like, oh,
Why is she popular?
no pro, but I was just like, oh, she seemed a little scared too.
Yeah,
Well, just young, I think too, and
for sure.
but I think there's a lot that comes with confidence as well. A
Yeah,
lot of
yep.
it happen just by being, more comfortable and confident.
Having an
So,
experience.
yeah, definitely.
And they'll come true. They'll come true.
Need to break those up. Excited to hear what this final result's going to sound like in a few months?
I was gonna ask you, you like listen to the original and then you listen to the new one? Do you do that? Like a comparison?
Sometimes, yeah.
They'll come true. Impossible not to do.
And after we play with this for a while, we could go back and listen to the recording from 2003 again. And you'll notice all sorts of stuff that you never noticed before.
Possible not to do.
I wonder where my CD is.
I was going to redo Goodbye to You a while ago too, but that would have been a major undertaking. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, we had 6 vocal parts in that one. So
That one. And then the what's that song called? The one from Casper.
oh yeah, Remember Me This Way.
Didn't we record that in like one, if I remember right, we just recorded it real quick.
Yeah, for sure. And then went and shot a video to go with it.
It's atrocious. I hope you can't find it. I hope you lost it. Oh gosh. That was fun though.
That was fun for sure.
Impossible not to do. Impossible not to do.
What's going on there?
Impossible not.
Like
Yep, you're hearing it too.
Impossible.
taking.
Impossible not to. Impossible not to do.
Hard because then it makes the jump down sound more, auto-tuney or abrasive.
Mhm.
Impossible not to do.
Yeah, I can change the slope on that now that I figured out how to do that.
It's like- yeah.
Yeah, so more of a slide.
Impossible not to do.
That's
Yeah.
more natural.
Impossible not to do.
All right.
I'm gonna be singing this for weeks.
Do. Impossible not to do.
All right, and then shorter or longer on that one?
Possible not to do.
I feel like somewhere in between.
Yeah, I couldn't decide.
Impossible not to do.
Yeah, that's better. Now play with some pitch there.
Have you listened to Taylor Swift's new, like her album she's put out during the quarantine?
I haven't. I haven't been following her as closely the last couple of years as I used to.
I love Taylor Swift.
Yeah, after 1989, her shift in style wasn't my preferred.
I mean, Reputation was different, but I think she goes for that. She tries different styles and genres. But there are some really, really good things on, like maybe not the whole album, but there are some really good songs.
I have to give it another shot.
Possible not to do. Impossible not to do.
All right.
And now I tell you openly. And now I tell you openly. Tell you openly. You openly. You have my.
You usually have people still on chat this long.
Yeah, the viewership has dropped way off. Videos that go this long usually don't have a lot of people watching towards the end. There's only 9 watching at the moment, and the chat room's been pretty quiet. Not unexpected. I had one live stream I did a couple months ago. It was 6 hours long. And I had a surprising number of people still watching at the end.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, were they commenting the whole time?
Yeah,
or-
it was almost like an ongoing dialogue. I was making some modifications in my trailer, and I had cameras set up, and people could see what I was doing, and they were asking me questions as I went.
Tell
Were they-
you.
wanted to do something similar, like they're trying to set up.
Maybe, and in a lot of cases, they're just curious how the technology works and whatnot. So,
Tell you openly. You have my.
I think I'm going to finish this section, then we'll go back and listen to it all, and then I'll do the rest another day. We're at almost 3 hours now, so
Oh, really?
yeah.
You
What? I mean, my body can tell that I've been sitting for a while, but we
You
talked about
like.
Well, it's good that you haven't been completely bored by all of this. So.
You're what I could.
it's just, yeah, I'm learning some things.
Things you'll never use again in your life, right?
You never say never. Again.
Well, it's not exactly your career, is it?
No, not yet. Anyway,
You can do another career shift in a couple of years.
another midlife crisis. Midlife crisis, Doug.
I was only teasing, you know.
I read it and I was like, oh, he's gonna do it.
Maybe that's why I'm trying to shift from software to video. Maybe that's a midlife crisis. I don't know. Actually, I think it's more burnout than anything else. My whole experience with Little Caesars just took all my enthusiasm for software out of me.
I couldn't find.
You gave them a lot of your soul.
Yeah, I did. 9 years of 100+ hours per week.
9 years.
Yep, 2007 to 2016.
I did not realize it was that long.
Yep.
Yikes. They still use your stuff though.
They do, yeah. I actually ordered a Little Caesars pizza the other day, and the sticker on the box was printed using my code, I could tell.
Nice.
So they were supposed to retire it by now, but I know how those projects go.
Retire it to use something different?
Yeah, they started developing something new a couple years ago, but I think they over-engineered it and basically made it an impossible thing to finish. So
They'll just keep using your stuff then. Did they just buy it from you? How does that even work?
well,
Not
so
so
you know,
well.
we started out as an independent company, and then towards the end, because of a loophole in the contract, Little Caesars just assumed ownership of the software and didn't give us any money for it.
Oh,
For me personally, I actually came out better than the other guys. Like there was a piece of software that I wrote to keep track of where all the stores were and monitor the status of all the stores, make sure everything's running. When they first assumed ownership of the main software, they told us they didn't want this other piece that I had written, but they would continue to pay for it for a year to give them time to transition to something else. My partners decided to pass that money straight to me because like they had nothing to do with writing it, so I was getting that money for a year, and then no, sorry, the first year that was free, and after that, yeah, they would pay for it. So so that's when I quit actually, like when that money kicked in,
Yeah.
and then so they were paying me that money every month for close to a year, and then they basically said we want to just buy it outright from you, and so they did, and that's where I got the money to build my trailer. So that's how that came about. So otherwise, I never would have been able to afford it.
Well, at least you got something out of that.
Yes, fortunately.
Been very beneficial.
Yeah, it was definitely not the best experience I've ever been through. It's like I was working crazy hours, not getting paid hardly anything. When I left, I had massive amounts of debt because of it. And
Oh man.
so, but
Midlife crisis.
it ended up making it work out. So, and I'm still dealing with some of the remaining lingering effects of it today, but it's not too bad anymore.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sorry.
I can talk to you more about that in private. It's not something I'm going to talk about on on a YouTube live stream.
Sure. Well, we've all had jobs that
Suck the life out of us.
basically, and then you're like, but I guess I think most people go through that. So
Yeah. Oh, and in this case, it was one particular individual. She was the head of, she was the CTO, CIO, I guess, technically. And she just, yeah, she was a nightmare.
Yeah.
And not long after I left, she got fired, so.
And
I worked
there
for a nightmare.
You work what?
I've worked for a nightmare before.
Yeah. There are a few around. How'd you end up with your current job?
So I don't know if I told you this. I had gone on a midlife crisis 6-week road trip. Actually, I don't feel like it was a midlife crisis, but and I knew I was gonna move. I figured I was just gonna move to Arizona because it doesn't snow in this area of Arizona. So I took my road trip and I was like, well, I better stop there and check. It's where I want to live. And I did, and I was like, great. So then I just moved here, didn't have a job, and I started delivering pizzas and doing Lyft, and just had feelers out. And I had my sister, my oldest sister, she's in California, and she worked at one of our locations in California. So she said, why don't you look at the funeral homes that are there? And it wasn't ever something I really was interested in.
Yeah, I don't think many people will look for those sort of jobs, not something people aspire to.
Well, yeah, because I'm like, well, I'm not a funeral director. I don't want to be a funeral director. But I think a lot of times people think that that's what that is. Like, that's the only type of worker at a cemetery and funeral home, at a funeral home.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just started at a job there, doing the memorials for families for their loved ones who have, and let them know that I was looking to progress. And the office manager position opened up maybe like a month and a half after I started.
You just decided to go for it, huh?
Yeah, they accepted me. I was, I think they sat on it for a while because I was very new to the industry, and was new to them in general. So, but yeah, I reassured my boss, my current boss, that I could do it. I was good for it. So I've been there for I guess 4.5 years.
I say it's been a while.
Yeah. And it's been good. I have a really good boss, really good team.
That makes such a huge difference.
Yeah, it really does. Just like, and you know, there have been people that have come through that haven't always been my cup of tea, but put it that way. Um, you know, but they've come and gone as well because maybe it wasn't their cup of tea. But yeah, that's pretty much how I got there, and then I decided to change, you know, my path again, yet again. So anyway, I'm happy with it.
That's good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little scary at first, but I can do scary things.
Yeah.
I'll do scary things.
We've all done them before, so.
Scary, and mostly it's just because it's new.
Mostly what?
Mostly it's just, you know, scary because stuff is new.
Right,
So,
right.
you know, as soon as you get comfortable with what you're doing, then you know. Just like I get nervous on camera. I don't think that ever changes.
Eventually it does. Like, as you know, I've always hated being on camera, but I've gotten pretty used to it doing the YouTube channel.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even in college, you were like, I'm gonna stay behind the camera.
Yep.
You do that over there. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, that's never really changed. I still prefer to be behind the camera, but the YouTube channel actually came about like almost by accident.
Really?
As I was relearning a lot of the technology after I left Little Caesar, or as I was preparing to leave Little Caesars, I went looking for videos on training how to do the stuff with everything that had changed since I had really kind of been involved with it. And I found there wasn't much out there, and so I just kind of started making videos here and there for anybody else who was trying to learn too, and just over time it's grown. So, I mean,
How much people follow you?
I'm about to hit 15,000 subscribers.
Oh, that's great.
Let me check where I'm at right now. It'll probably happen either tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Yeah, 14,982 right now. So.
Yeah, have a party?
So yeah, and as you know, I just hit 10,000 back in August. So the most recent 5,000 happened a lot faster than the rest. So.
Wait, was that your video? What was the video you did with that girl? I don't
Wit,
know.
yeah. So that was 10,000. Yeah, that was in August. So yeah. So yep.
I did watch some of that.
Did you? Awesome.
I did.
Yeah. I haven't been able to let myself watch that. Like, I was so frustrated with how many technical mistakes I made with that I just haven't been able to bring myself to go back and watch it since then.
Well, I didn't notice, but I wouldn't, I guess. I'm one of those viewers that might not notice, but
Yeah, I think most people probably didn't, but I sure did, and I felt pretty bad about it.
well, the next 10,000.
Yeah, if there's a website that tracks the number of subscribers and things like that, and they make predictions. If their prediction is correct, then I'll hit 20,000 before the end of the year.
Nice.
So we'll see. That's contingent on me continuing to make a lot of videos. And that's really what drives the channel, is like just being consistent. So I try to be.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be my main video this week, with trying to find a place to live and just kind of to cut down on my amount of time I have to do this kind of thing, you know. So
You're gonna find the perfect place.
I hope so. I hope so.
It always works out just as it should.
All right. Okay. Well, let's go back to the beginning and just kind of listen to what we got. Unmute. There are some instruments in here that we didn't actually include in the original recording. I don't know if you picked up on any of that.
I didn't. Did you add them? You added them?
Yeah.
Oh, my life is changing every day in every possible way. And all my dreams, it's never quite as it seems, never quite as it seems. I know I felt like this before, but now I'm feeling it even more because it came from you. And then I open up and see the person falling here is me, a different way to be. La, la, ya. La, da, ya. La, ya. La. I want more. Impossible to ignore. Impossible to ignore. And they'll come true. Impossible not to do. Impossible not to do. And now I tell you openly, you have my heart, so don't hurt me.
Whoop.
Hurt me. You're what I couldn't find.
And now we're getting the point stuff we haven't modified yet.
A totally amazing mind, so understanding
tell.
and so kind. You're everything to me.
It's amazing how less refined this section seems after listening to the rest. You hear it too?
Yeah. I say, I'm trying to I think I'm hearing it. I think I'm hearing things too more than I did ever before.
Oh, for
I
sure.
think that's one of the things with this. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm starting to also hear the time, because I hear that the melody and harmonies are definitely more aligned for sure, and then some of the pitch things.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of the guitar matching with the vocals, though, I'm hearing the timing and how it's
Right.
off
Right.
too. So that's kind of driving me insane. But
Yep. Yeah, and that's gonna have to be another pass on another day for sure.
yeah, in terms of vocals, though, yeah, very different.
Getting there. About halfway through it, and even this time I heard a few things that I'm gonna have to go back and tweak, but it's certainly considerably better than it was.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
It's a lot of work.
it is a lot of work. So, but we'll have something that's very cool when it's all over with. So, one of these days, after I go through and finish all this cleanup, I'll create a proper mix of this and then send that over to you so you have a perfect version of it. So,
Gosh, you probably have a special chair or something. Because me just sitting here with the couch, I'm like, how?
well, couch is not exactly good for that, but
No.
that's just an office chair. Same office chairs I had when the last time you were here to record, actually. So,
Are you serious?
yeah,
You need a new office chair.
they're holding up fine. So,
You didn't add anything to it, like a special cushion or
No.
oh,
Nope.
holding up too. The brand.
So
You don't know. But,
well, I think that's gonna have to do it for tonight. So, but this
and
is
then you basically go through though, and you're going to take each, because this one's only 8 tracks, so you just go through every single track for the whole song and do your magic.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of work. Fortunately, though, so much of the parts that are in here were off my piano, and they have perfect timing. So I don't have to I don't have to touch any of those. It's really, after I get the vocals done, it's really just the guitars at that point. So
You still have that piano?
yeah. Yep. Same one. It's right here.
Yes. I remember when you got it, you were so excited.
Oh, yeah.
Because it pull in a bunch of music. I don't know what you call it. What do you call those?
The
You
MIDI
would pull 'em
files.
off- Yeah, the MIDI files. You'd
Yeah.
pull them off the internet,
Mm-hmm.
which was probably really slow, but
No, the files are tiny. They're tiny. Yeah. It stores the files on floppy disks, and you can fit like 100 songs on one of these things.
oh my gosh. So you still use those? You still
Well,
use
I don't really, but that's what the piano uses. So I have it hooked into the computer, and so quite literally, if I want to have the piano play one of these parts, let's see, open up the MIDI tracks here.
Was it possible to plug that into the computer before?
Yeah, that's not new. But for example, play the bass part here. It should just play it. Yeah, there you go. That's my piano playing that right now. And then if I add, let's see. There's a lot of nonsense going on in there, but I lost the hand clap. That's my piano doing all that right now. Anyway, you get the point. But yeah.
Oh, I almost started singing.
Yeah. Redo the vocal right here, right now.
Here we go. Start recording. I don't know how terrible would that sound over this
Over a laptop microphone, yeah.
laptop mic. But so with that piano, they have newer versions of it.
Yeah, but they aren't that different. I've never really been tempted to upgrade because the newer ones aren't really that much better. I mean, slightly better, but certainly not worth the cost. So, yeah.
What kind is it again?
It's a Yamaha Clavinova. This one's the CVP 207, which was second from the top of the line when I got it. So,
Well, Christy's family, they just got one, and the kids play their piano lessons on it. And I said this reminds me so much of Doug's piano. Last time I was out there, I was just, so I wonder if it is. I'll ask her.
if it's a Yamaha, it's probably very similar. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. These things are awesome for people that are learning. As you plug in headphones, and the whole world doesn't have to listen to them practicing. So.
I've got a dinky keyboard back there that I never play.
Well, yeah. The funny thing is, I don't play, so it's funny that I have it. But
Yeah, but you use it. You've used
I do use it. Yeah. Here and there, not as much as I used to, but yeah, it's been great to have it. So, yeah, I'm grateful I do. I got guitars up there that I don't play either. So,
Based on the wall.
yeah.
Well, make sure they're hanging up and not on the floor so you trip over them and break your toes.
Nobody would ever do that.
No. Most people would turn a light on too, so they didn't.
Yeah, so
There it is.
and my bass guitar, which I can kind of sort of play, but not really.
Probably more than I can, yeah.
Basses are not too hard. You're only doing one note at a time.
I can get into that.
Yeah.
Swap out my guitar for. No, I won't play it either.
Well, it's funny though, looking back, like when we recorded this song, Brad had really only been playing the guitar for maybe a couple of years, probably closer to 1 year though.
The guy can just play anything.
Yeah, that's the way his brain is wired.
Yeah, I just couldn't. I couldn't believe it. He'd, listen to one thing one time and
Right.
just
And play along with it. Yeah, not go back and play it the second time. Play along with it while he's still hearing it for the first time. Yeah.
And he's, oh, maybe, and then he'd play it.
Yeah.
But I guess if you play the piano, you can, and you're Brad maybe, and people like him. They
Yeah.
just
No.
pick any instrument. And
Super, super smart, and he has perfect pitch, and he's been doing music since he was a little kid. So yeah. Yeah.
admirable.
Amazing collection. So, we had another video we didn't watch.
Is it you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I'll
you!
just refresh my monitor. How's that sound?
Oh my gosh.
I want more. Impossible to ignore.
That's impossible to ignore.
Impossible to ignore. I want more.
Here's auto-tune.
Impossible
clock.
to ignore.
Look how hard he works and how late. Up in the window. The clock is up
I want more. Impossible
2 a.m.
to ignore.
Yes, that's on AM.
Impossible to ignore.
Brad.
That's actually really.
I
Um,
want
This would be early for me to go to bed if I was going to bed now.
impossible to ignore.
Most nights I'm up till 4 or 5 or later.
Not
there.
anymore.
Working on things like the Ward
No.
CD.
Yeah.
I want more.
And that's it. I'm sad I didn't record more.
Okay. We have the memories here.
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes I need to be reminded of what they are, and then I'm like, oh,
Yeah. That's a memory that definitely stands out. Like, was create something that was so cool in such a short time and have so much fun doing it.
yeah,
So,
it's an experience for sure.
yep.
So, anyway,
And difficult to believe it was 18 years ago.
I feel it. I feel it in my bones.
Yeah, you're still young.
Yeah, I don't think I'm old. Getting older. A little less awkward, still awkward, but whatever.
Aren't
Whatever.
most of us.
Yeah, you really are. In the right situation, unless you're like a sociopath.
That's a conversation for another day.
Could go on.
So.
Will not. You waste my time.
I think I'm gonna actually end this stream, and you and I can keep chatting for a bit after. But so
Sure.
everybody who's watching, thanks for joining. Thanks,
Yeah.
Ariane, for being a guinea pig and trying this out and
Of course.
going for the ride.
Of course.
So definitely good to catch up
Or-
after all these years. So
Aren't too harsh.
no, all good,
But-
all good. So, but yeah, for those of you watching on YouTube, thanks for watching. And we're going to be using this recording on some future videos. So make sure you're subscribed so you can actually hear how this turns out a little bit later in the future. And hear the final mix of it and the result of all the hard work of tweaking everything and making it as perfect as we can. So, but so yeah, that's gonna do it for now.